What is good? Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I installed this super heavy duty shackle and shackle mount setup on the Tacoma. It is important that you know I did not go with the demon brackets that I see a ton of people installing, because after doing some research, it looks like people are bending them just like this set right here when they go to actually pull their trucks out from being stuck. So I went with the heavy duty Supreme suspension mounts. These things have a full 1-inch support from the front to the back and a frame insert to make them even stronger. They are a little tricky when it comes to installing them, and they do require some trimming and grinding. So in this video, I will show you exactly how I got it done so you don't have any surprises when you go to do the install. To go with these mounts, I got these 35-ton D-Ring Schakels by Rhino USA. They have a 17,000 pound working load and over 70,000 pound max brake strength, and I got them in the cement gray. So let me show you how I got them on. I'm going to be starting on the driver's side. We're going to use our 17mm socket to remove just this one bolt here and remove the extension piece of the frame. You're going to do the same thing on the passenger side. However, there's going to be 3 bolts this time. 1 for the frame extension piece and 2 for the existing toes. First thing you're going to realize when you go to install these things is that they do not fit direct out of the box. This is for 2 reasons. 1, the welds here on the frame are a little too thick and don't allow them to seat properly on the frame. The second reason is because of this added support here in the back. It's going to hit your skid plate. I don't know if you have an aftermarket skid plate, if it's going to hit or not, but the support here in the back will hit your skid plate. So the first thing we're going to do is take the skid plate off and then grind down our welds to get these to seat properly, and then we're going to have to cut the skid plate. To take the skid plate off, you're going to need a 12mm socket, which I did not mention earlier, and there's 4 bolts. We're going to actually hit these top welds up here too. They're going to need a little grinding in the front and back as well. Because we're still hitting a little bit, and I don't want to take too much of the welds off because that would just be counterproductive and wind up making it weaker. I'm going to just grind down the top pieces here, the top corners, just a little bit to get these to snug up and fit perfect. We finally got these things to fit after grinding down both sides of the welds on the driver and passenger side, and grinding down the tops of the mounts. They fit. A little bit more grinding than I would have liked on a new product. I think they should probably either sell these like this, beveled at the top, so it'll fit the welds without grinding so much. But they finally fit, so I painted the bare spots of metal just to protect from rust. So we're going to put these things on, and then we have to cut the skid plate to fit the backs of these. With these shackle mounts in place, we can go ahead and finally install our D-Ring Schakels. These Rhino Schakels came with 2 sets of washers. I'm going to be using the thicker set, and I'm going to be putting the pin on the inside of both pairs. Finally got these things on. I think they look great. We just got to trim up our skid plate and we're done. For the skid plate, I am going to be trimming 1 inch back from the front. This is the front of the truck, 1 inch back. All right, with the skid plate trimmed, it fits perfect. Just reinstall the 4 bolts and we are finally finished. Overall, this is a pretty easy install that you can do right in your driveway at home. The thing that took the longest was grinding the welds and grinding the actual mounts to get them to fit perfect. I wish you didn't have to grind them at all, but I still do think these are going to be stronger and more reliable than the Demon brackets that don't have any support in the rear. Coming up on the channel, I have a huge announcement in my next video for you guys, so stay tuned for the next one.